Getting married when you're young is not the brightest idea you can have. My wife and I got married at 22, and let me tell you, it was hard. Thankfully, we are still together. 15 years in, I'm not going anywhere, she's not going anywhere, so it turned out beautifully. But I learned a few things along the way, and if I could impart this wisdom on at least one person, I feel like I've done my job. One thing I learned was take it one day at a time. Take it slow, take your time, get to know one another. When you're just boyfriend and girlfriend, you know each other on a date-by-date basis. But when you're married, you get to know each other on a day-by-day basis. That is a huge difference because you're around this person far more. You're sharing meals together, all right? You're brushing your teeth. You see what happens in that bathroom. That affects your perspective on that person. And what I would tell people is don't rush the early moments, okay? Don't speed by the work. These are your fundamentals. These are the things you're going to interact with every single day. So it's best to get to know what's going on now and see if you want to stay there or not. The second thing I learned is don't overlook anything. That's how you end up playing yourself. And I don't mean that in a judgmental way. Don't nitpick at the person, but understand that everything that you see is a part of them. They're more than the gift giving. They're more than the date nights. They're more than the encouraging words. They're actual individual people that led their own lives before you. That means they developed habits without you. They developed likes and dislikes without you. They developed expectations without you, which means there's a part of them that exists without you in mind. Don't take offense to it, take note of it, and then have a conversation about it later. Which brings me to my third point. You need to study your partner. You need to know them inside and out. You need to know their rhythm. Get to understand and know their rhythm early. Everybody has a pattern. Everybody has a personal script that they follow. It doesn't matter if it's anger. It doesn't matter if it's joy. It doesn't matter if it's happiness, sadness, if they're trying to hide something from you, if they're lying. Everybody has a pattern. Get to know the pattern. Because whatever could be wrong in your relationship, number one, you've already seen it, most likely. And number two, the answer to your question is sitting there right in front of you, staring back at you. Whether they know how to express it or not, they know how they want to be treated, or at least they know how they want to feel. Your job as their spouse is to work with them to be able to get them where they want to be. And of course, this works in the opposite direction as well. They owe you that courtesy. And here's a bonus lesson. Adopt the mentality of failing faster. What that means is if something happens, if you mess up, hurry up and get to the answer. Of course, you got to acknowledge emotion that you messed up, that you did wrong. But most importantly, what you want to do is correct that action. Corrective action is your best friend. With that being said, the fourth lesson I learned is give grace. You're going to have to grow some patience. Whatever patience you don't have, go get some. You need to get some. If you want this to work, if you want it to last, go get some patience. I know some of y'all say y'all run a strict program. I understand that, but guess what? Nobody's perfect. Because eventually, this person is going to get to know you on a level that even your parents don't know anymore. And there will be times that they still get it wrong. People make mistakes. People are not always at 100%. You have to give people grace. They may not be emotionally available when you need them. Do not take offense to that. That's a part of life. Some days you're going to have 80, they going to have 20. Some days you're going to have 20, they only got 60 or 70. Remember, point number one, take it one day at a time. And the last lesson I'll talk about, be kind, all right? Because as an adult, you quickly find out that the world is unkind. Nobody wants to come home to tension. Y'all have to work together to relieve all the tension in the world. Your goal is to have a boring relationship because as you get older, life is going to get interesting on its own. Don't let your person suffer alone. Never do that. That's not even a part of the job description. You never leave them alone. And even if they can't express right now how you can help them, just make sure everything around them is taken care of. And even when you're feeling unkind, accept their kindness. Respect their effort to at least try to make emotional ends meet. I have learned far more lessons than that, but off the top of the head, I feel like those 5 can probably get you through a couple of storms. Now again, marrying young is very difficult, but if you're in it or if you still have some lessons lingering, please take heed to this. I really hope y'all got something from this. Hopefully you watched all the way to the end. If you did, I really appreciate you. I'll be back with more information. If I missed anything, leave it in the comments. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave it in the comments. Other than that, I hope y'all really do find what you're looking for. And I hope the person that you're looking at as your partner gets everything they need out of you. And I hope you're capable of offering them the same.